In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Ta Sin Mim. These are the revealed verses of the clear book of God, elucidating truth. Perhaps, O Prophet, you would consume yourself with sorrow because they who belie you will not become believers. If we so will, we shall send down upon them a sign from heaven so miraculous that their necks shall remain ever bent in submission to it. Yet never does any heavenly reminder from the All-Merciful come to them anew in the Quran's verses, but they thoughtlessly turn away from it. Thus, truly, they have belied divine revelation. Therefore, the ill tidings of that judgment which they have been mocking shall soon come to them. Have they not then looked to the earth? How many of every gracious kind of plant have we caused to grow therein? Indeed, in all of this, there is a sure sign of God's creative power. Still, most of them are not believers. Thus, it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy-giving. Now, behold, O Prophet, your Lord called Moses, commanding him, "You shall go to the wrongdoing people, the people of Pharaoh. Have they no fear of God?" He said, "My Lord, indeed, I fear that they will belie me. Thus would my breast narrow with apprehension, and my tongue falter in uttering your words. So send as well for Aaron to accompany me as a messenger. Moreover, they have a charge established against me. So I fear that they will kill me." God said, "No, indeed. So go forth, both of you, with our miraculous signs. Indeed, we are with you, listening to everything. Then go, both of you, to Pharaoh and say, we are sent to you, each one as a messenger of the Lord of all the worlds. So send forth with us the children of Israel. Pharaoh said to Moses, did we not raise you among us as a child? And did you not remain with us for many years of your life thereafter? Then you did the evil deed that you have done, killing one of us, and thus were you one of the ungrateful to me. Moses said, I did it then when I was one of those astray. So I fled from you when I feared you. Then my Lord granted me revealed wisdom and made me one of the messengers. Yet this blessing you claim to have conferred upon me as a child, was it not because you have enslaved the children of Israel? Pharaoh said, and what is the Lord of all the worlds? Moses said, he is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and all that is between them, if you are willing to be certain and have faith. Pharaoh said to those around him, do you not hear this? Moses said, he is your Lord and the Lord of your forefathers of old. Pharaoh said, indeed, your messenger who has been sent to you is most surely a madman. Moses said, he is the Lord of the east and the west, and all that is between them, if you would but use your reason to understand. Pharaoh said, most surely, if ever you take a god other than me, I shall certainly confine you in isolation, along with those now solitarily imprisoned. Moses said, even if I were to bring you something clear as proof of what I say? Pharaoh said, then bring it forth, if indeed you are one of the truthful messengers of God. So he threw his staff to the ground, and behold, it was a manifest snake. And he drew forth his hand from the bosom of his garment, and behold, it was radiant white, without blemish, to all the onlookers. Pharaoh said to the assembly of nobles around him, "This is most surely a learned sorcerer. He desires only to oust all of you from your land with his sorcery. So what do you command concerning him?" They said, "Delay him and his brother, and send forth ushers into the cities, who shall bring you every well-learned sorcerer." So the sorcerers of Pharaoh were gathered for the appointed time at mid-morning on a well-known day of festival. And it was said to the people, "Are all of you gathered, so that we may follow in procession after the sorcerers, if it is they who are the triumphant?" So when the sorcerers came, they said to Pharaoh, "Is there to be a worthy reward for us, if it is we who are triumphant?" He said, "Yes. Moreover, you shall indeed be of those who are brought near to me as an added honor." Moses said to them, "Throw to the ground whatever sorcery you are to throw." So they threw down their ropes and staffs, and said, "By the invincible might of Pharaoh, it is we who shall most surely be triumphant." Then Moses threw his staff to the ground, and behold, it swallowed up all that they had falsified with their sorcery. So the sorcerers fell to the ground in astonishment, bowing their faces down in submission to God. They said, "We believe in the Lord of all the worlds, the Lord of Moses and Aaron. Pharaoh said, "Have you believed impetuously because of him before I have permitted you to do so? Indeed, he is certainly your master sorcerer, who has taught you sorcery. Yet, more surely, you shall learn your lesson. I shall most surely cut off your hands and your feet on opposite sides. Then I shall most surely crucify you all together." They said, "No harm. Our fate is firm. Indeed, to our Lord we are returning. Indeed, we hope for our Lord to forgive us our misdeeds. For we have been the first of the believers among our people. Thereafter, we revealed to Moses, "Set out by night with my servants, the children of Israel. Indeed, you shall be pursued by Pharaoh." So Pharaoh sent ushers into the cities to say, "Indeed, these aliens are but a very small minority, and indeed they have most surely enraged us. So we are all together to be on guard and ready to overtake them." Thus we drew them forth from gardens and springs and treasure houses and a gracious station. So it was, yet we bequeathed it all to the children of Israel. Thus they followed them at sunrise. Then, when the two multitudes saw each other, Moses' companion said, "Indeed, we are most surely doomed to be overtaken and killed by Pharaoh's hosts." He said, "No, indeed, most surely my Lord is with me. He will guide me." So we revealed to Moses, "Strike the sea with your staff." Thus the sea split so that each part was like a great mountain, and thereupon we drew the others near. So we delivered Moses and those with him all together. Then we drowned the others. Indeed, in this account, there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment, nor were most of them believers. Thus it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy giving. Moreover, recite the tidings of Abraham to those of them who disbelieve. Behold, he said to his father and his people, "What is it that you worship?" They said, "We worship idols, and to them we remain ever devoted." He said, "Do they hear you when you call upon them? Or do they benefit you or cause you harm?" They said, "No, but we found our forefathers doing the like of this." He said, "Then do you see what you have been worshipping, you and your fathers of old? They are indeed an enemy to me. I worship none except the Lord of all the worlds, the one who has created me, for he is the one who guides me, and he is the one who feeds me and gives me drink. And when I become ill, then he is the one who heals me, and he is the one who will cause me to die. Then he will bring me back to life in the hereafter, and he is the one who I hope shall forgive me my misdeeds on the day of judgment." So he turned to God in prayer, "My Lord, grant me wise judgment and unite me with the righteous in paradise. Moreover, make for me reverent mention among the latter generations till the end of time, and make me of the inheritors of the garden of delight, and do forgive my father. Indeed, he has become of those who are astray. Thus, do not disgrace me on the day all are raised up for judgment, a day when mere wealth and children shall not benefit anyone in any way, but only those who come to God with a pure heart will be saved. Thus the garden of paradise shall be drawn near for the God-fearing, while hellfire shall be brought forth for the deluded, and it shall be said to the latter, where is all that you used to worship apart from God? Can they help you now, or even help themselves? Then are they pitched headlong into it, along with their delusive gods and the hosts of Iblis all together. They shall say, as they wrangle in it, by God, we were indeed lost in clear misguidance when we made you false gods equal to the Lord of all the worlds. And it was none other than the defiant unbelievers who led us astray. Thus, for us, there is no intercessors, nor any intimate friend. If only we had a chance to return to the world again, we would then become the best of the believers. Indeed, in this account of Abraham and his people, there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment, nor were most of them believers. Thus it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy giving. And the people of Noah denied the divine mandate of God's messengers as well. Behold, their brother Noah said to them, "Will you not be God-fearing? Indeed, I am a trustworthy messenger sent to you by God. So fear God and obey me. I do not ask of you any reward for this message. Indeed, my reward is only with the Lord of all the worlds. So fear God and obey me." They said, "Shall we believe in you, while only the vilest have followed you?" He said, "What knowledge do I have of what they used to do before believing? Indeed, their reckoning is with none but my Lord. If only you yourselves were to realize this. Nor am I ever to drive away those who have believed. Indeed, I am only a clear forewarner of God's nearing judgment." They said, "More surely, if you do not desist, O Noah, you shall assuredly be one of those who are stoned to death." He said, "My Lord, indeed, my people have belied me. So bring about judgment between me and them with a clearly decisive judgment, and deliver me and all the believers with me." Thus we delivered him and those with him in the heavily laden ark. Thereafter we drowned the disbelievers who remain behind. Indeed, in this account there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment, nor were most of them believers. Thus it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is more surely the overpowering one, the mercy giving. The people of Ad denied the divine mandate of God's messengers. Behold, their brother Hud said to them, "Will you not be God-fearing? Indeed, I am a trustworthy messenger sent to you by God. So fear God and obey me. I do not ask of you any reward for this message. Indeed, my reward is only with the Lord of all the worlds. Do you build upon every elevation a towering landmark in pursuit of vanity and to belittle other people? Moreover, you take for yourselves imposing structures, aspiring to become immortals. Furthermore, when you assault without pity as hard-hearted tyrants. Rather, fear God and obey me. Thus, fear the One who provided you with all that you know. He has provided you with cattle and children and gardens with springs. Indeed, I fear for you the divine torment of an awesome day. They said, "It is the same to us if you give admonition, or if you were never one so moved to admonish. This way of ours is nothing but the tradition of the noble ancients before us, and never shall we be chastised by God for adhering to it." Thus they belied him, so we destroyed them. Indeed, in this account there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment, nor were most of them believers. Thus it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy-giving. The people of Samud denied the divine mandate of God's messengers. Behold, their brother Saleh said to them, "Will you not be God-fearing? Indeed, I am a trustworthy messenger sent to you by God. So fear God and obey me. I do not ask of you any reward for this message. Indeed, my reward is only with the Lord of all the worlds. Will you be left secure forever in what is here in your land, amid gardens and springs, and plantations and date palms, whose paths are pliant and soft? Moreover, you carve dwellings skillfully out of the mighty mountains. So fear God and obey me, nor shall you obey the command of those who are exceedingly rebellious, those who spread corruption in the earth and do not set things aright. They said, "You are but one who has been bewitched. You are only a human being like us. So bring forth a miraculous sign of your prophethood if you are indeed one of the truthful messengers of God." He said, "Here is a she-camel brought forth as a sign from God. For her is to be her drinking share, and for you is to be your drinking share, each on a known day at the watering place. Thus you shall not touch her with any act of evil intent, or you will be seized suddenly by the torment of an awesome day." But they hamstrung her. Yet when they faced their doom, they became regretful, for the torment seized them suddenly. Indeed, in this account, there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment, nor were most of them believers. Thus it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy giving. The people of Lot denied the divine mandate of God's messengers. Behold, their brother Lot said to them, Will you not be God-fearing? Indeed, I am a trustworthy messenger sent to you by God. So, fear God and obey me. I do not ask of you any reward for this message. Indeed, my reward is only with the Lord of all the worlds. Are the men among you the only beings in all the world that approach males in lust, while leaving what your Lord has created for you in your wives? Rather, you are a people who have transgressed all bounds. They said, More surely, if you do not desist, O Lot, you shall assuredly be of those forever banished from our city. He said, More surely, I am indeed one of those who are utterly loath to your aberrant doings. He prayed, My Lord, deliver me and my family from all that they do. Then we delivered him and his family all together, except his wife, an obstinate old woman who was among those who lingered behind. Then we demolished the others, for we rained down upon them a devastating rain of mock stones. And how evil was the reign of those who were forewarned to no avail. Indeed, in this account, there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment. Nor were most of them believers. Thus, it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy-giving. The dwellers of the thicket of Alaika denied the divine mandate of God's messengers. Behold, Shuaib said to them, Will you not be God-fearing? Indeed, I am a trustworthy messenger sent to you by God. So fear God and obey me. I do not ask of you any reward for this message. Indeed, my reward is only with the Lord of all the worlds. Thus you shall equitably fill the measure, and you shall not be of those who give people less than their rightful due. Moreover, you shall weigh out goods with an even and just balance. And you shall not defraud the people of their rightful things, nor shall you make mischief in the earth, sowing corruption in it. Therefore, fear the one who created both you and the populations of the ancient generations before you. They said, "You are but one who has been bewitched, for you are only a human being like us. And indeed, we think you are most certainly to be counted among the sheer liars. So let a deadly patch of sky drop down upon us if you are indeed one of the truthful messengers of God." He said, "My Lord is most knowing of all that you do." Thus they belied him. Then the torment of the day of the darkening cloud seized them suddenly. Truly, it was the torment of an awesome day. Indeed, in this account, there is a sure sign of God's nearing judgment, nor were most of them believers. Thus it is your Lord, O Prophet, who is most surely the overpowering one, the mercy-giving. Now, this Quran is indeed a revelation from the Lord of all the worlds. The trustworthy spirit, Gabriel, descends with its verses upon your heart, O Prophet, so that you may become one of the chosen forewarners of God's nearing judgment. in a clear Arabic tongue. Moreover, it has indeed been foretold in all the revealed writs of the ancients. Has it not been a sign for those of them who are uninformed of divine revelation that the learned among the children of Israel recognize it as true? Yet had we sent it down to one of the non-Arabic speaking, such that he could miraculously recite it to them, still they would never believe in it. And so it is that we have thrust this message into the hearts of the defiant unbelievers by way of your call, O Prophet, to make them accountable. They shall not believe in it until at last they see the painful torment, for it shall come to them suddenly while they are unaware of it. Then they shall say, can we be granted respite from divine judgment and then believe? Is it our imminent torment then that truly they seek to hasten? Yet have you considered, O Prophet, if we were to let them enjoy themselves for years, whereupon all that they have been promised as to divine judgment came to them, would that respite of time which they were given to enjoy have availed them at all? Yet never have we destroyed any town without it having had messengers come to it as forewarners of God's nearing judgment, as a reminder to them of God's way. For never do we wrong anyone that divine destruction befalls. Thus, as for the Quran, the Satans have not brought it down to the Prophet, as the godless wrongdoers claim, nor is it for the likes of them to do so, nor can they. Indeed, they are far removed from even hearing its verses being revealed. Then you shall not, O human being, call upon any other god with God, for then you will become one of those who are punished. So forewarn, O Prophet, your nearest relatives, and lower your wing of compassion for the believers who follow you. Yet if they who disbelieve disobey you, then say, indeed, I am innocent of all that you do. Thus rely only upon the overpowering One, the mercy-giving, the One who sees you when you rise at night for the prayer, and who sees you in the postures of your prayer among those who bow their faces down to the ground, worshipping Him alone. Indeed, it is He who is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. Shall I tell you, O disbelievers, upon whom it is that the Satans do indeed descend? They descend upon every habitually sinful liar and soothsayer. They cast to these whatever they may hear, yet most of these Satans are themselves sheer liars. As for the poets, only the deluded follow them. Do you not see that they but wander in the verse aimlessly, as if from valley to valley? And that they say in their poetry what they do not do. Excepted are those poets who believe and do righteous deeds and remember God much, and who seek to make the believers triumphant after they have been wronged by the disbelievers. Yet all those who do wrong, who are godless in heart, will most surely know after death how evil is that place of return to which they are bound to return.